God. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. You guys think about it? Live from beautiful downtown Hialeah at everybody's favorite comic book shop, Goblins Heist. Tonight, the new comic book review night. Driving the short bus today, DJ Leo. Artist extraordinaire Jules Million. In the back seat as always, we got Concussion Nick. Whoa.
Hey.
And as always, the lovely, the talented, the one and only Mr. Wonderbar. Give it up for me. Hey. Some love. Exciting. Get the people going. Like that, huh? Look.
We made it through a whole song.
Whole song, man. Look at that. Like,
Without messing
and a drum roll, please.
I may speak softly, but I carry a big stick. Anyway, what's up, guys? It's another Thursday. Everybody's like reading books or on a computer. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching the live stream.
Ah, okay.
So I can comment with everyone.
I felt very left out without the computer.
I was going to ask, like, get you for tomorrow for Fortitude.
I'll be there in a bit. Give me a few minutes, okay?
Why did they never come with anything? I told you we should have opened a bikini shop, but no. Let's open a comic shop because we like. It's like, wait a minute, I like titties and I like comics. Which one should I do?
Why can't you do both?
Because this is not heaven, Leo.
Well, this is
we have to have limits, man. We can't attain that. If I do that, what the hell?
Fuck it.
God will strike me down. A bikini comic book shop?
Oh my God! They did a bikini coffee shop in Seattle.
In Orlando, there's a comic book shop with a stripper pole that there's dancers.
What shop is that?
Vault 76, I think, or Vault 74, 72, something like that. It's in a little plaza. It was nice. They have a bar too.
I don't know. I feel like that's just that's how you lose a kidney, bro. That's how you wake up in a fucking tub of ice and you go,
The room kind of looked like I was about to lose a kidney, but it was kind of worth it.
Yeah, but is it Orlando strippers though?
Oh.
See, there you go. Hey, if you like cesarean scars, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
If you like an arms out.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Déjame niño.
So Jude and I were having a conversation about dímelo, and what was the other one, Jude?
Dígame.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
Dígame is, well, dímelo is like tell me.
Dígame is more. It's the right way to say it.
Yeah.
Like dímelo is like, you know, what up? Dímelo. Dímelo serves a lot of.
It's more slangy, no?
It's a lot. It serves a lot of.
That's not proper Spanish, right?
Dímelo, you can say it as a hello or a welcome, or you can do it as a question. You know.
Yeah, because the one
it's like saying dímelo is like saying what up. What's up?
Yeah.
And dígame means...
Dígame, tell me.
proper.
Tell me.
Oh.
Yeah. Like some people say dímelo cantando.
Yeah.
Like sing it to me.
Mm.
Like in other words, tell me nicely. Like tell me in a good way.
My dad would always say that. That's a Dominican.
Yeah. Dímelo cantando. We got 5 people in the room. And then always the side conversations. I love it. Anyway, let's review some comics as people still read comics here. Still catching up. First up is FLAWED #1 from Image Comics by Brown, Prenzy, and Carey. I don't know why I got gassy right now. Jesus.
So who read that?
I read it. Nobody else read it. It was pretty good, actually. It's a whole psychiatrist. She's like listening to people's problems, and she, you know, one woman's getting over the death of her daughter, and she ends up avenging the death of the daughter. There's a wider conspiracy going on while within it. So it has a nice, satisfying thing. There's some good action scenes in it. It's like John Wick meets Frasier. I don't know what to say about that, but you know, it's like, you know.
Wow.
It's yeah, yeah, I know, right? So it was pretty good. I actually dug the scenes. The sequentials were really solid. I liked the actual story. I dug it a lot. It was fun. I want to see the second issue. It looks like it's about to perch on some like, because the writer is the guy who did Bitterroot.
Okay.
And he also did, I believe he did Bitterroot, or was that Brown? Yeah, Brown is one of the writers or artists that was on it, Bitterroot, and on the stump and everything. So there's a little bit of a why did white people fucking try us kind of shit on there. So I'm just like, crap.
Writer African American?
I don't give a fuck.
Obviously.
Like, I'm just like, that's what I think he probably is. I think he is, but because it's written by Chuck Brown, art by Prenzy, that just goes by the lettering by Becca Carey. It's so funny now that like letterers are getting like top billing sometimes. I feel
Let me
like,
ask you this. You're lettering a book, right?
yeah, I just finished lettering the newest Shara for Keith Wade.
So
For Creature.
lettering,
Look at you.
I feel like it's an art form in the sense of
Yeah,
you read the script and it kind of brings life to the book.
yeah,
I mean, I've seen some books where they just use the regular Comic Sans.
yeah.
And it's
There's a guy. There's some
guy.
guys like Chris Aliopoulos and this other guy. He did a lot of shit at Marvel. He made when Marvel went digital and started doing the digital lettering. He actually set the digital lettering for Marvel. So he put it all together, made sure it worked, everything else. Fabian, what's going on?
Remember,
Gods and Monsters, by the way.
Gods and Monsters? Yeah. I mean, I gotta go there one day.
Letterers was also responsible for the word balloons as well.
Yeah. So like he made pretty much like the manual for lettering for Marvel going forward after going digital. So you know, when he did that, he brought over all the lettering. He scanned stuff, like they have their own fonts, everything. So he standardized it for Marvel, and then he did it like he, you know, claim to fame. He did the Venom logo. You know, the logo for Venom, he did it too. So like, you know, so some letterers really bring it. They're the ones that really bring it. There's some letterers that I think he recently did Amazing Spider-Man, and there were some parts there that he did really fucking nice. There's another guy named Link Pecos. He does blambot.com. If you need fucking fonts, that's where you go to get. Yeah, he does some good comic book fonts.
Now, what's it?
Blambot. Blambot.net, I think it is.
Thank you, my friend.
How about the font?
Well, the font is the big font station. You can get Blambot on there, and they have the big font station. Some of it's good for lettering. A lot of it isn't. You have to be very wary about like just downloading fonts and getting shit, because some are good, some are like good shortcuts to but if you're gonna do a logo for somebody and you really want to stand out, you don't want to be using too many of other people's stuff. Like that's how I was taught, you know, like you don't use too many fonts or anything like that. You don't want anything to too much, because then you're leaning on the font and it's recognizable. Look, Zombie Years, the logo for Zombie Years is a straight up like old school horror font that I found online, and I said, and I put it on there. And now when I look at it, it seems so aged, so fucking meh, that I redid it and I did a new logo for it, and that one was done by hand. You know,
Is it better?
yeah, it's a lot fucking better. So you don't want to have that. Like if you when you do, especially for a logo, then when you're lettering, I use Comic Craft. I use Tim Kelly font. I use like all the time. Those are $300 fonts that I use. I got, you know, I luckily got them for cheaper, but I actually have the fucking license for it. So I have like the Tim Kelly font and the Ladrone, which is after this guy, the artist Ladrone, the European artist. It looks a nice fucking
now,
font.
Speaking of what you're saying, fonts. Remember back in the days, there was no fonts. It was hand done.
Yeah.
So,
But even then, you had to go by a font guide. So a lot of times when you were lettering, you had your way of doing it. You know, like so there were letterers that had a certain, like, you could tell that they started the S at the top. Some people started the S at the bottom. Some people, when they do a T, they cross the top and then they do the bottom. Then there are the ones that they'll do the whole thing, and it's funny because they'll space it out, right? And they go and do all the letter, and let's say the I's and the T's, they'll cross them at the end to make sure that the space looks right. So because the whole thing is to make it look right. And then back in the day, they used to photocopy, and you had to like change the lettering around because you were going to photograph on plates. So that was a whole thing, man. So when you're doing lettering, you gotta. It's just funny now that they're doing these kind of things where they're getting the top billing, and like this letterer, I think Carrie is getting the top billing. Anyway.
So what do you give it?
It's a good book. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't bad. It was like almost a 4. Little short for my taste, but I would, you know, definitely. I want to see the second issue and I want to pick it up.
All right, cool. 6.5, everybody.
Next up, Deathrage. What?
Old dog.
I haven't read that. Hold on, we'll do that now. Deathrage number 3.
You read it?
I haven't read it.
I
Nope.
thought it was great. It keeps going. Good book. What can I say about it? I only read 3 books, so I really don't have a pick of the week. I do. I'm going to say that which book I'd picked this week from what I read. Only was able to read 3 of them this week. Deathrage is a fun book. It's a great book. Keep reading it. It's if you like Deadpool and you like people getting shot in the face, and
Yeah, it's a nice violent. I feel like it's such an Avatar book. Like that to me is just old school.
It's just very Deathpoolish. You like Deadpool, you like Deathrage.
Leo, I feel like you have a counterpoint to this.
I didn't think it was that bad. Why would you think it was bad?
I'm not into what they call it. Flurries, fuzzies, what is it?
Furries.
Well, it's only one section, that stupid teddy bear but then he killed it finally.
So
The
the
last
teddy,
teddy bear.
the teddy bear ends up on a woman's body. Then they have a woman running around with koala ears.
Yeah. Well, they're called.
It's bloody and violent, but it's just.
But they're called. Their team is called. But they're the Kodiaks. And they're based. That's a gang theme.
This
They're
seemed like to me, it started out good. I mean, I read 1, I read 2. What is this? 3? So number 3 or 4?
Yeah.
3.
1 and 2 were good. But this issue just went all out for me. I wasn't feeling it. This is the flush of the week for me.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
entertaining to me.
I can see like okay, it's not high art, but you know.
The art's not bad at all.
Oh shit! Just, come on, come on.
Leo's not into teddy bears.
No, I'm not into teddy bears. No, you don't talk about the teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun book. I think it's just fun. It's I look in the inside as a battle, people doing
The
drugs.
gang
It's like,
is called the
Kodiaks.
The Kodiaks.
Okay.
Not the Zodiac.
The Kodiaks. The bears. The Kodiak is a bear.
Okay, but that still doesn't mean it can't suck. I mean, whatever. Hey, you have 2 opposing views on this book. Why don't you pick it up and you
I
choose
give
it for
4
yourself?
stars.
You know, that's all I'm saying. 4 stars. Leo says, wipe your ass with it.
What do you think?
I didn't get to read it.
Well, Leo got a personal reason why he don't
like the
like it.
person-
If you don't like furries, no matter how good the
It
book
didn't
is,
have anything to
it's
do with
like-
furries. It's little
Nothing to do with
robots.
furries.
It's little teddy bear robots.
It's killing
Is
teddy
it
bear
because you
robots.
wanted to fuck the robot? Did you wanted to fuck the teddy bear robot?
They have a word.
It's just it's indulgent. It's dumb, but that's what makes it fun. I think like sometimes you just want to have fucking stupid shit. You know, I just flip through it. I want to read it. Look at it that way. So I like stupid shit like that. I like it. Sometimes it's just
And the humor's kind of stupid too in it. You know, the guys.
sometimes you're not looking for fucking Shakespeare. So out of 5, 4, and 1. So you know about a 4 out of 5, but it's still coming on good, and it's a nice indie.
Well, we'll give it
A 3. A 3 for issue 3. So there you go. Let's see how it goes, if it can keep up on ongoing to issue 4.
You read issue
Next
1 and
up,
2, you knew we were getting into with this one.
yeah.
It was just,
Next up is Marvel Voices Comunidades número 1. Ay ay ay. Es muy spicy.
I don't have.
This is it comes with its own the 1 in 25 is a dancing hat. Yeah. This is Marvel, you know, making their Latin kind of. I guess they're doing this all the time now. I mean, it's like one shots they keep coming out with. This is the second time that we've seen it.
Still Latin Heritage Month?
No, Hispanic.
Hispanic era, you know.
Hey, there's a difference. Like, what is the difference between a Latin and a Hispanic? Hispanic is that you.
Spain?
No. You're supposed. It's something to do. Oh crap! I got like the difference between Latin
one's a pitcher,
and
one's a catcher.
Hispanic. Yeah.
Which one
Okay.
is you, John?
Hispanic and Latino are often interchangeable, though they actually mean 2 different things. Hispanic refers to people who speak Spanish or are descended from Spanish-speaking populations, while Latino refers to people who are from or descended from people from Latin America. Which I don't fucking. I'm like.
They're the same thing.
Isn't it the same thing?
I guess Latin
There's
America-
like-
Latin America will
There's
be-
a graph. Okay, so Latino includes Brazil, French Guiana, Guadalupe, Martinique, Haiti, Haiti, Saint Bartholomew with Saint Martin does not include Spain. Hispanic includes Spain, does not include Brazil, French Guiana, blah, blah, blah. And in the middle, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay.
So no one gives a crap.
So yeah, so there you go.
Now,
So
what happens if someone's from South America mixed with Caribbean descent?
oh well, what do you mean South?
Not so Hispanic?
They're Latin Hispanic.
Latinx. There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, the same here. I'm Mexican Cuban, so I'm both shits. So whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're Dominican Ecuadorian,
Yeah,
Mexican Cuban.
yeah, Mexican.
Like,
Cuban.
what?
Either way, where are your papers? Papers, please. Either way, you're not getting over that fucking
Boy, for
border.
another concussion.
So Cubans are Hispanic.
I mean, it works.
I guess so. There's no mention of Cuba at all in either of these lists.
Cubana?
Oh, Cuba, no. Cuba is in the middle. It's in the both Latino and Hispanic.
Oh, there you go. So you're Latino or Hispanic? Yeah.
No.
Maybe another question. Would you mind answering it?
Does the comic use Latinx? There are parts that use the fucking Latinx thing. It is one of the things.
Fucking kidding me.
Yes, they get into it. They
Fuck
get in.
them.
Latinx people are not a monolith. Blah 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 blah. The editor of this, or the guy who wrote the paper, his name's Hector Navarro.
Well, he's a
I'd like to- Wah, wah. I mean, I get what they're going for, and they have this idea of having a big table and everybody can be on it. The stories are back and forth. There are some that are really good, but then they're heavy fucking handed and their thing. Like Nova goes, and these aliens who aren't letting other aliens walk in because they're messing up their border, and they're sending them back, and it's wrong. And I'm like, this is such a heavy-handed fucking fairy tale. There's another one about Hispanic music stopping a guy, Miles Morales' tale. So there's some stories in here that are really crappy. I read because it was a key issue. New appearance of Chimera.
The chicken catcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was being fucking...
I can say it. You can
say
say I'm Latinx. She's like Latinx now too.
Well, I remember Roy Jones Jr. used to
Actually,
say
you
that
won't
was
get
part of his
repercussions
training.
for it.
Catching
Hey, one
chicken.
thing I didn't know.
Yeah.
Fabian Nessenza is fucking Argentinian.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Who?
Fabian Nessenza. Argentinian. Che, vos sabés.
Fabian? Papa likes comics? Is there
Fabian Nessenza, the guy that created Deadpool.
The guy who
I
wrote
thought that was Rob Liefeld.
Well, Rob Liefeld and Fabian
They were saying
Nessenza.
Fabian is Argentinian.
He
No.
gave us one good character.
Doesn't matter. That's all you need.
Then he wrote the next one.
I don't believe that.
Hey,
So overall, it's again, it's just like the kind of thing that gets on my nerves a little bit. It's they're trying to. It's the white people pat on the head. We like you, Latin people. We like you. We like you. Why is it racist?
That's just white people being racist.
What, and why? But explain. You're just saying it
They're
is.
just pandering.
it's a collaboration. It's a cover on the cover. Thank you.
They're just pandering. I don't like it.
I'm Cuban American.
I'm American. My parents are Cuban.
You know how you normally go like this?
Mm.
Well,
Now
Fabian
what?
Liefeld
I'll go, yeah, I'm
is
American.
like Argentine
Okay.
American.
What does it have to do with anything?
I don't need that. We don't need that.
Well, that's the thing. You're saying we don't need that. Okay, then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all obviously came from other shit.
We're Americans now.
Oh God, you're even saying it.
We're
American.
So
We're earthian.
Yeah.
Go with voices.
Yeah, there was one or two things that were interesting in it that I dug, and I liked that the use of the characters. Again, the stories were heavy-handed and a little bit too much on some ends. I wish they would focus more on it instead of giving me a message, giving me a story. That's my biggest fucking gripe that I have with that. But overall, it's not horrendous. It's nice to see the characters represented in some way, but just we get the foot off the brake, the gas a little bit. Every time they have to be like salsa music, platinos,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, I don't need that. Like, and so this is just a message to Marvel. I don't need this.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Use it. Give them good stories. That's what I want. Don't give them fucking crap like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing that I can have a problem
I
with.
don't need Latin heritage, or Hispanic heritage, but I don't need that.
Look, if it was for originally to understand and identify, and so we can learn about other fellow Americans that come from different backgrounds, just like Oktoberfest or
You need to celebrate one.
What?
And that's the 4th of July for Americans.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're
That's
all,
it.
Whatever. Your palate.
That's cool.
All right. So 3 out of 5. Not completely horrible. Is a key issue. Pick it up. Next up, Sergeant Rock.
I like
This is the last issue I think we have versus the Army of Dead.
No, there's
The
one
number
more.
1. Is there?
Yeah.
Yay. Who read this?
I did.
Okay, go ahead. Concussion Nick.
Why do you guys say it like that? It's
Because you raised your hand.
So I'm on a.
You're getting that look of like you're always high.
He is.
That's not true. I
He
can't.
has a concussion.
When was the last time you hit something?
What was
Yeah, he's struggling.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, it's a really good book. I like the beginning. Like.
Don't stutter. And that's how he gets quiet.
I like the.
Fabian liked it. You said put Sergeant Rock on my pull list.
Me too. I want to see where it goes.
All right.
No, I liked how Hitler looked.
You liked it? Okay.
Oh.
And what else? Well, there seems to be something
I
that.
like how they're accurate there, though.
The only thing you guys, so you read it, right?
Yeah.
What's up with the end?
I don't know if that's actually.
Am I wrong that I don't understand what happened at the end?
That's where I want to see what.
Because they were like the regeneration ward, and
Oh, that's because they're healing the bodies to revive them. So, but all the cuts are starting to go away with as they're perfecting the serum.
that what it is? Is that what that was like the big reveal?
Yeah, like it's the rejuvenation process. Instead of the head being split straight open, it's closing the wounds.
But who is that? Is my question.
No, it's just a random zombie.
random, oh.
Yeah, it's just showing the process.
So that knows it that they can just bring.
It has a very like Hellboy BPRD vibe to it. I also feel like it has that.
That's what I liked about it. Like,
Yeah, no, there's some parts there that are great. Is this Rizzo, by the way? That's doing that?
Uh,
Eduardo Rizzo, yeah.
No.
Yeah, Rizzo is amazing. That guy knows how to use his black and whites. He knows how to do the shading. There's just parts that it's just really simple. Like you don't have to go into like a lot of detail to tell the story. Yeah, and he uses a lot of negative space. I like when he draws like the characters in shadow like this and everything else. You know, he did. What was that?
To the scene where they're fighting the zombie that they have captured.
Oh yeah.
Something I really enjoy is that they, with the rankings, they actually have like he's a master sergeant. Like in the actual army, the rank that he is a master sergeant in the, for the army.
Yeah, no, and he knows how to storytell.
Yeah.
Have you ever read Scalped?
Nope.
That's a fucking great Vertigo book from back in the day. He did a lot of the artwork for it. Amazing stuff. That's where he like cut his teeth. Just the storytelling is amazing. So I thought it was a really good fucking read. It's 4 out of 5 for me, almost a 5. I thought it was really fun.
It's a 4.5.
I liked it.
Because I like the art, and you know I'm a
Yeah.
big Mignola fan.
Yeah.
He is not Mignola, but he does it his own way.
He looked
Yeah.
like a Kubrick to me.
Huh?
Kubert? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's more of a Kubert
Kubrick,
thing.
not the young
Yeah,
kids,
because
but
Magnola does more archaic shapes and more like
You're right about
abstract, you know. And Kubert would love doing that heavy shading and
I
shadow.
remember he used to do Sergeant
Sergeant Rock back in the
Rock,
day.
and that's what it gives me.
Yeah, he's probably pulled it from her. Yeah. So 4 out of 5, guys. I got Leo and Fabian down for subscriptions. Guys, make sure your subscriptions are up to date. You guys walk in here sometimes and you go, "Oh, how come I don't have this book in my pool?" And you never told me to put it in your pool.
I'm assuming that's a philosopher. That's one of your customers, right?
Yes, that's a rocket scientist that walks in here sometimes and gets stuff done.
He got the sweater on his
Yeah, it's like, and then he goes, "No, I have this one in my pool." And then I love the guys that come in and goes, "You know what? Just put anything X-Men in my thing. Just X-Men." And then I put it in there. It's like, "Why do I have this book?" I'm like, "What the fuck did you ask me for?" Anyway, next up, Thor 27. This starts a whole new storyline featuring Thor and a certain symbiote. The Thor versus the King in Black, the new King in Black. And it's actually really good. Donny Cates is still on it, but with Ewing, who was writing the Venom book. Actually, really good fucking story. Really fun. I there's times that I'm like, this is too much shit. This is too much. You know, like if you like a meal, like, oh, you like tomatoes? Here's some tomatoes. Hey, you like a little salt? I'll put a little salt in. And then they say, you like tomatoes? Here's a basket of fucking tomatoes. You like salt? Here's a truck ton of fucking salt. And I go, oh, you're putting too much.
What
I
is
don't
it? Too much action?
Too much, like, moving parts. Like, you got Thor, who's now the Allfather. Odin lives in his hammer. He just finished becoming Hulk Thor and beating the fuck out of the Hulk and ripping the tree and destroying the Bifrost. He goes to Loki, because Loki's the fucking guy who's a mage, who is still torturing, has, what's his face, locked away in a basement fucking being tortured. You know, like a bunch of other shit that's going on. Then this guy who's an actual old villain of Thor from like issue 2 something comes through a portal, who has a Carnage symbiote on him. Yeah. Like Journey into Mystery kind of shit.
This definitely wouldn't be a good jump on point.
Well, it's part 1 of the story, so this is where to begin. There's a lot that's happened before that. And you can, as always, this is the one thing I do applaud Marvel for doing, catch up right there. You know, you can read this. Yeah. You know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On previous episodes.
Oh, they didn't cut it right.
Yeah.
Shit, your book didn't get cut right.
No.
Let me
That's
take
cool.
care of that.
That's a cool defect from the, you know. So I mean, look, Hulk Thor.
I thought I bent it.
Yeah.
You know. And so there's some great panel work, some really cool stories talking about it.
GOBLINS, he's a great artist.
Yeah. Robert Blake.
Salvador.
Blake is still being tortured, and they kind of go through everything that's going on. These characters back from Thor issue 325, with Desmond Pitt, and then one of the symbiotes is left to the side. The symbiote from the blood comes together, and all of a sudden it's there. It's fucking King in Black time. So, and that is what's his face? Venom. Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock. And so, and then supposedly these events are before issue 14 or 15 of Venom, and Venom is on 12. So we're getting an advance on it from it.
I dropped the Venom title. I stuck with Thor. Was concerned that Al Ewing might not, I don't know, might be a little bit off, but it was good. It was a good read. Mari, she's got a
Marty, yes, you're gonna get a Thor. You get a Thor.
She get a Thor.
You get a
You
Thor.
want the hammer?
What do you want? So I thought it was interesting. There's times that like I said, there's too much, but then I'm like, fuck, I'm interested. You know, I'm embroiled. I want to see the rest of this.
So one thing I say about Donny Cates, he writes for fans of comics. He makes it fun. The only complaint I have about him is sometimes he doesn't bring it home. Like he wraps up.
Yeah, wrap it up, B.
Yeah, wrap it up. It's just like,
Wrap it up.
But then again, from what, because I just got back into this, I know that when it was the King in Black storyline, there was stuff he referenced from his Doctor Strange run. So he is known to bring something from years ago back, like he did in this issue where he brought Journey into Mystery. I don't forgot the character's name.
Yeah.
But it was a good read.
Yeah.
4 out of 5. Not my pick of the week.
Yeah. All right, so this one goes to
Is
Marissa.
the artist a household name, or should he be?
LaRocca? Yeah, LaRocca's done a couple of things.
He's been around
He's
for
been
a
a
long
bit.
time.
Artist, by the way.
He's a guest artist,
Yeah,
right?
he's not the artist, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I guess they gave Nick Klein, who's the regular
Yeah,
artist, and they gave
guest
him-
artist. Yeah, so it might be, you know, he might be working on the next one. You never know if there are people,
When I
because they had a guest colorist too, which was Edgar Delgado.
Yeah, when I seen Salvador work lately, he's been doing a lot of like Star Wars related work.
LaRocca.
Yeah, LaRocca.
Oh.
You know.
So I got you, Mari, on the Thor. I don't want to reveal that one just yet. Let's go to Brigade.
Because you
Number 1. This is the, what did they call this officially? This is the what? Remastered edition. So what happens with this is that this is a remaster. If you know Brigade was a comic in the 90s that was horrible. And so what people did is these artists got each one a different page to draw on here. And so as they went, they had different artists drawing each page, and they were different with the same colorist throughout. So some, like this one with Ed Piskor and everything else, there was different takes on the same story. You can pick up, you know, this was, oh my God, Scioli doing stuff. It's an interesting take on a crappy story, and pretty much, you know, this Brigade was huge in the 90s. Everybody fucking dug it. You know, that was one of those books that was out there. Well, I don't know if everybody dug it. Everybody had it. Really? Right into the wood chipper?
No, everybody did that. Listen, in the 90s, anything Image
Mm-hmm.
throughout was awesome. And
Oh,
it was
shit.
considered awesome.
This just in. Coolio died.
Yeah, that's
Then
I didn't know that.
just
I didn't know they died.
we found out this morning.
I live in the hood. Nobody came and knocked on my door and told me Coolio died. I thought we were supposed to do some.
You didn't check your Facebook and see what's.
I would have had my hair twisty tied like this, you know, and then fucking, you know, put a chair backwards. And what was that movie he did with
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah,
Dangerous.
Dangerous Minds. No, it wasn't Dangerous Minds.
Yeah, so Coolio died.
Yeah, I know. Gangsta's Paradise is the song that this to the
Yeah,
But yeah, he
59, bro. He's young, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. I can't believe Coolio died.
And Captain Kirk's still with us. So we're at the age where we've seen our
I mean, it's always been like black don't crack, but lately they've been dying. You know.
he's too human.
He was there. Anyway, it's a fun read. This is fun for the, you know, if you're a Liefeld fan, if you want to get it. If you're a Liefeld fan, it's a 4. For anybody else, if you read this story, it's a piece of shit. The artwork's really fun to look at. The coloring is really good by everybody. But the story is a fucking big hawking piece of shit.
But you know what's impressive about that book? I mean, on a lighter side, is the fact that it's amazing what can be accomplished when a bunch of artists put their heads together.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that book probably took less than a week to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ed Piskor put it on his YouTube or Instagram the day that he went and drew it. He put, like, he live posted it.
Yeah. So the only person that probably had to keep up with the pace would be, I would think, the colorist or the letterer.
Yeah, that's probably took the most.
Yeah, but if it's the one colorist, that he would have to deal with it. But some people, you know,
It's just that Brigade is one of those books, when we get a collection, John, and I start flipping through it, and you see Brigades, you see Youngbloods, you see some Valiant, you start seeing those Exo Manowars and the Turok. Dude, how many Turoks do we have?
Thousands.
Because Tony's buying all the Turoks, by the way.
Really?
He keeps buying. I'm like, Tony, you already buy. I think he has at least
inside
30 Turoks.
they must be coming out with a movie we don't know about.
Don't worry. Boxes in the back.
Oh, you got plenty more. You know who
I don't know what to do with all the Turoks. I was like, if the hurricane was coming, I was going to put all the foil cover Turoks in the front.
With the
And
Bart Sears cover?
yeah, and that sucks because that's the thing. It's a good fucking book.
It's a beautiful
It's a
cover,
book,
too.
good, beautiful cover. If you look at the interiors, Turok is really good. You know, but it's, you know, it's one of those fucking dollar bin. Brigade is just one of those, you know, it's just, you see it a billion fucking times. Every time I see it, I go, fuck.
You know how they used to
Jesus.
say in the independent markets, stick, don't sell.
Yeah.
You gotta do a chicky book, right, John?
Tits and ass.
Tits and
Yeah.
ass. Chick don't sell. Stick don't sell.
Yeah, Fabian asks, does Tony know something we don't? I know, right? Not like Disney has acquired Turok to be a film with Brad Pitt and da-da-da-da. And Turok #1 goes to $80, and he's like, I got all of them. You want to buy one from me?
That was a Dell property, wasn't it?
It was a video game property, acclaim.
It was Dell first.
It was on Nintendo 64.
Dell first. Dell Comics.
No, the video game property.
In 2012, DreamWorks Animation SKG announced that it acquired Classic Media for $155 million. The company became a DreamWorks Animation and was renamed DreamWorks Classics. As of 2016, DreamWorks Classics owns the rights to Turok.
So what you mean some Dell you're talking about?
Yeah. Dell Books, yeah. Like, I don't know if it has anything to do with the computers.
No, but they had no. It has nothing to do with computers. Dell, the comic book company,
Yeah.
did it first.
Okay.
They also did Solar Man of the Atom.
Yeah. Solar, but that's something else. I don't know who owns that.
It was done by Dell.
Oh no, that was Nexus. I'm thinking of Nexus because Solar and Nexus was the same shit to me. But Nexus was done by Steve Rude. Steve Rude's the shit.
Hero with a mini skirt.
Anyway, so, you know, a 2 as far as a read. If you want a cool experimentation, you want to read something that's kind of fun or look at some cool artwork, you also get to see Airborne.
Oh, yeah.
I guess this is his next fucking book that's going to come out. Let's see when this comes out. Let's see. Like, it's 2022.
Well, if it's done in the style that this book was done, it'll be out next week.
Yep. All right. Next up, we're gonna do Briar from Boom Studios. This is issue 1 by Cantwell, Garcia, and Lopez. Who read this book?
I
did.
So. I just
Who has read this book?
Why did you give him shit for it?
So, Leo, what say you?
My dear friends, this is a tale.
2 books enter, 1 book leaves. 2 books enter. You know the law. Who rules Butter Town? Master. I used to want to do that with Patrick Riley. I wanted to be on his back like that, and him just walking through MegaCon. Who rules MegaCon? Master. But then, you know, Pat would get killed and be like, Blaster, no! And then when they take off the mask and it's a kid with Down syndrome, you feel fucking horrible.
Oh, man.
The kid had Down syndrome. The giant guy had Down syndrome. Ding, 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 ding.
I miss those movies.
Yeah, well, you know, they'll be back.
Leo, what do you think of the book?
Okay, so at first when I went to go read it, it started off like a fairy tale, and I was like, coño, que esta guayaba.
It's supposed to be a take on Sleeping Beauty, yeah.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty, but it completely made like a 180.
Yeah.
Completely. You start off with the original Sleeping Beauty tale for the first couple of pages.
And the original one where she like really pricked herself, and that's how she.
With the spinning wheel.
Yeah.
You know, the knight's supposed to come and save her and kiss
Were
her.
the dwarves there?
Huh?
No, there weren't the 7 dwarves. There were 7 godmothers.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking Snow White.
Yes, you're in the wrong fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Snow
get
White
your
is
Grimm book again.
She had the fairy godmothers right there.
Yeah.
You had the fairy godmothers.
Then it becomes like she wakes up 1,000 years later, and it's literally Mad Max.
No, 100 years later.
Oh, that was 1,000 because she
Yeah.
says, oh no,
10 by 10 years. 100 years later. So she goes to sleep. They fuck her over because she's the princess of this kingdom. So this guy marries her, but he's like, you know what? Let's not wake her up. You know, if she's awake, she's gonna be mouthy and have her opinion.
Well, I can imagine.
So marries her, takes over the kingdom. Her father and him go on this war rampage and pretty much ruins the kingdom. And then she wakes up finally because that was a mystery, right? Like that was one mystery.
Woke her up.
Yeah, somebody stole like a pendant off her neck, and then but gave her a kiss before they left.
And then that ended up being her Prince Charming or whatever, but you
Yeah.
don't find out who it is yet.
At first, I thought for a second, is this a zombie book? Like, because she was all like
At first, I thought
desiccated.
she was
Yeah.
So why would he kiss her?
I don't know, out of sentimentality of some sort. That's the thing, you don't know why. That's the mystery.
That's a mystery. And the great thing is it literally, to me, it became like a Mad Max.
Mhm.
You know, they had that.
It's a fantasy, post-apocalyptic kind of thing, you know?
And it was pretty cool. And then you had all these other creatures, and I mean, there was that one guy that kind of like said that she's the. I don't want to give too much.
Yeah, if you read on, it's like, it's a part of a bigger thing.
It's a bigger story. One of the things, too, like I see the person thought out, they had a little world map at the end. This is my pick of the week. It's a 5 out of 5. I already added it to my poll.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 for me too. I actually liked how it changed. It flipped the script, became a good story. You want to find out things with her. You're championing her. You think the character's cool. The artwork was really good. The storytelling was really good. It was brutal. There's some parts there. I could tell you, some more sword swings than other books, but it was still really fucking good. And it told the story really well. Like, I didn't have a problem understanding what was going on and everything else. Really great book. Yeah, this is my pick of the week.
And
Briar.
it's by 2 Latin creators, huh?
Is it? I mean, I know there's a Cantwell. I don't know about Cantwell. There's a Garcia. And it's not Lopez. It's Lopes. Lopes?
Lopes.
Matthew Lopes? Lopes?
L-O-P-E?
Lopes.
Oops.
Lopez.
Lopez?
Yeah,
That's weird. That's a weird Lopez. But yeah, the interior artwork, it comes out. And I like how they changed it. Like in the beginning, it's bright and shiny. It looks like a kid's book kind of thing.
When I saw it, I had to like skip to the other page to say, is it going to be like this? And then I said, oh, okay, no, let me go back and read it.
Yeah.
So
and
it was great that they changed it.
there's some parts there where she finally wakes up and she's like a fucking huge rat creature is going out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the work is really good. There's some, it's really sort of fantasy and everything.
But not as brightly lit.
So, yeah, I really liked it. Pick of the week. 5 out of 5. Briar.
Doing good this week.
All right. I did not read these last two.
I did.
Oh,
All
God.
3 of those.
All right. So this is going to be the short bus. Next up, Turbokid. If you guys have seen the Netflix series, is there something here?
Yeah, the old dogs.
I didn't get to read Old Dogs. All right. Turbokid.
It's really gory. I love the artwork. Sir.
It is the segment where we're paying back our community hours that we have to go and give a under.
You know, you guys make me not want to talk and be a part of this.
If you can't take it.
I can take anything.
Oh, really?
Well now.
Pause.
This
You know
is
exactly
that's
what I
how the porn starts.
This is not how the porn starts. I have not seen one octopus tentacle.
All right. What about this book?
Talk about it. How does it compare to the movie?
I actually didn't see the movie.
Oh,
This is my first time even seeing it. Juan told me about the Netflix thing, and I was like, okay, I gotta look at it. I haven't looked at it yet because it's been really busy. It's really gory. I don't know who the guy at the end is. I kind of want to find out who it is.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know if this is like a prequel to the movie.
I have no idea, but the guy kind of develops a relationship with the little girl that first out of nowhere, and then you find, hey, look, in the window, we have homeless people.
The only
Put your nipple on the glass.
One.
No.
Look at that.
The only colors in that book is red, right?
Like red and black. The paper's a little beige. So what else? Finish.
I'm sorry, I get distracted easily. I like the wording. I thought it was a really good story.
The interiors are out of Red Room, so it's very much Red Room-ish. If you like that kind of artwork, it's really good for that.
I give it a 4. I give it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't a hard read either.
All right.
So
Hey, Juan, look at the back of that book.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see it's done purposely to make it look vintage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Now, if that's supposed to be
Front too.
Is this supposed to be graded like CGC? Would that affect it? Like,
No, they're not gonna look at it.
You know what it is? It's
I gotta
like
look
the
at it.
shirts you wear with the holes inside.
Yeah, no, that's purposely done, but would that affect?
Yeah, they wanted to make it look like, because the whole thing is that it's supposed to be like, that 1980s synth music kind of fucking thing, where it has like a used VHS copy kind of thing. They're going for that. That's an aesthetic now. Oh, and I guess that's what Behemoth call themselves now. Now they're Sumerian. That's the Behemoth logo.
Oh.
Now they're called
call it
Sumerian.
Sumerian?
Nah. Well, we had Michael Unger here the other day, and he told me that they were changing their name and everything else.
Any reason why?
So 4 out of 5 from Concussion Nick. So take that and.
I see, but like this, like I like the way they
Instrument,
he's pissed, so they
position
put they put the flames on his eyes and shit.
Yeah.
I really just I like the way they said a lot without saying anything, because that whole page is there's no words.
Perfect. All right. Next up, Old Dog, number 1, Image Comics. Image?
No.
No.
It
It is Image. Image Comics.
Key of the week.
Key of the Week. That's cover B by Marcos Martin.
Oh, God.
That one I got a little confused.
I didn't get to read it.
I was a little bit confused too, but then
Yeah, towards the end you
go back and forth a couple times and you get it. What you do.
Concussion too?
No. It is a little. It's they're going back and forth in time. He's in the hospital bed. Then he's doing a mission. Then you find out that he's doing a mission with somebody.
Yeah, there was a specific part there that he gets shot in the face. I didn't even realize he got shot in the face.
Yeah, it took me a moment of like, what the fuck? What is
and then
is
I had
this
to
a
go
different guy?
backwards.
But then I understood. He's
No,
got
I
safety again.
understood that. Yeah, he was a young guy now.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand that. I didn't see that he get shot in the face because it was kind of jumbled up. It wasn't very good.
This guy's pretty much got regenerative powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when he gets hurt or something, he becomes like an old dude and then he becomes young again.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's very much James Bondish, I would say, spy-ish.
You would say James Bond? I mean, he is a spy. See, CIA, and then he turned into something else.
Espionage.
Espionage kind of storyline. And they start off in Russia, I think it is, because they're talking in the beginning. I'm like, what the fuck is it?
No, I don't think that's Russia. They're in the U.S. It's just that somebody came into the U.S. They're trying to shoot the.
There was a couple things that I didn't understand because it is going back and forth in time. It's an interesting book. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to give it 4 stars. I'm not giving it the pick of the week or anything. I want to see where it goes. I give it 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars.
Same. Just because I was confused. And
But you're both the most easily confused people out there.
well, you know what? You try reading it. Let's see if you can do it.
You will get it. Eventually, you'll get it.
Yeah, no, you just go back and forth.
Yeah, but it took a little while. That going back and forth in time, back 8 years, back 6 years. You're like, what the fuck?
But all around it, the artwork was nice. The story is nice. It's just the way they put it together was kind of weird. But I also like the back, for example.
The Clan Shelby, like that's the reason why I've been wanting to read this, because the Clan Shelby, did, like I said, did my favorite run of Moon Knight, and the guy is a fucking beast. I really like a lot of the shit that he does. So I wanted to see how this would work out. So I have to take a read at it. So 3.5 from the Short Bus, Cisco and Ebert.
3.5, yeah. For sure.
But it was good. It just confused me, so that's why.
It is very good.
I don't.
The donkey review.
Okay, whatever.
Last but not least,
No, I got one more. I want that
Rhodey?
Last of the Mountain. That right there.
You found number 3?
No, right there next to it says Orc Girl.
Yeah.
oh, that one.
I didn't read it. I didn't have number 3, so I didn't read it.
No, I haven't read it either. Let's do this one first before we end the show. Past the Last Mountain, Orc Girl.
Okay, we have issues 1
And 2.
and 2. Missing issue number 3. I'm sure we can get them.
Mm.
I'm really enjoying this series a lot. It's like Bright with with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got a different twist. These people are trying to escape a concentration camp. There's an orc with a troll. It's a troll, a dragon, and a fawn. They're trying to escape this concentration camp, and they're trying to find what they think is a mythical place called Dragon Lake.
That supposedly doesn't exist. The mother of the troll.
Of the troll, yeah. Man, I don't know how to say it without spoiling, because that part was pretty dramatic when they shot them up. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, we're not going to. The mother of the troll believed that.
How did it leave you feeling?
I want to read more. Except this part here, man. They had the dragon.
Wow.
The dragon fights a couple of airplanes, bro. But like, what are the jet fighters? So,
Okay.
So it said
Blue Angels.
yeah.
Yeah, so the whole thing is it's the modern times, and somehow like these fantasy races are in internment camps.
And they're in internment camps right now.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get out. And the government makes a deal with some, believe it or not, goblins to hunt them down.
I see what you did there.
No, it's really cool. The story is
CX is doing interesting stories. Their artwork is always kind of
No, the artwork's
But,
really good. Check it
yeah,
out.
I mean-
the artwork.
you know. I love this cover. This cover is kind of cool, but there's been other covers that have been kind of.
Go close to the end and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Square-bound book?
Yep. Perfect bound.
Perfect one, yeah.
What?
Perfect bound.
Did you see the last couple pages?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but it's like it needs tightening up. But no, it looks really good. I mean, this is the reason why I got it. I only heard good things about this.
Really good book. Excellent book. 4 stars. Straight.
All right, cool. 4 stars from John. We'll try to get number 3 in here. If you guys want to read it from the beginning, we have issues 1 and 2 in stock. And
Highly recommended.
last but not least, Born of Blood, number 1, another book from Merc Comics.
That one was a really short
It's
read.
shiny. It's shiny. You can't read it.
Oh, it's shiny?
People want to see that cover.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was a really, really short read. Not a lot of words. So it's great for somebody like me with concussion.
There you go. It's a good book.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The artwork told the story. They didn't
need to say much in order to get
It
a lot
is
out.
a fun book. It is the kind of book that you can get into and look at the art and enjoy it for what it is. Anybody can read it. It takes a couple minutes. It's super, super enjoyable. I think Jude would love it just because of the art and the bloodiness of it, and it's just a girl. She's a Spartan.
Princess.
She's a Spartan.
Yeah, she's a Spartan princess. She had proved herself to her dad.
Well, hold on.
No, she did, but
She did. She does prove herself to her dad, but like she was born and her dad was expecting a boy.
Exactly. So he was disappointed,
Very
but
disappointed.
but she became what he would have wanted as a boy, and
Yeah.
it's a really good story. And again, it doesn't have that many words, and it
She
tells
is
a lot.
badass.
Yeah.
She does not give a fuck.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. And it's not a titty book like Juan thought it was gonna be.
Not at all.
It was not. It was.
It could be, but
Right.
It was gonna be like a titty book. Like,
Wonder why! I wonder why this is a
You
fucking.
can't judge a book by its cover.
that is Red Sonja on steroids. This book is what Red Sonja should be. with this Spartan chick.
Oh, you know what? I agree with you.
Right?
Yeah, and it's still a titty book. Get the fuck out of here. This
No,
is not
fuck you.
asshole ass
That
in
is
there.
not just a titty
There's some
book.
really stupid fucking shit there.
What
Get
What
the
do you
fuck out
think,
of here.
Yeah, right.
If you want to dress it up as something else, go ahead. But
Put it
it's
this way. 5 minutes before the show started, I read it.
Exactly.
I
Well,
finished it in 2.5.
3 minutes. I timed you.
My question: does it have a variant cover?
Yeah,
did, but I think we're out.
that is a very cover.
What's the variant cover? Is there some tits in that shit?
Hold on, no, that's the variant he said. Hold on, he's got the,
Let's see what the other cover look like.
That's nice.
Titties in your face, huh?
Always.
That's a titty book.
It's
That's
not a titty book. That's more titties
You're,
than that one.
you're
Show it on
desensitized.
camera.
You see, back in the 90s, this would be called a titty book.
That's not a titty book.
No.
Still is.
It's
That's not a
it's
titty book.
blurry.
That's
It's
I'm not gonna take it from you. You fucking see doorknobs and see titties. Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
telling you, that's not a titty book.
That's not a titty book.
You sold titty books back in the day.
Yeah, I know, but that's not a titty book. That book is
Talking
Yeah,
about double
yeah.
impact here.
Yeah, just, you know, when you talk about the meter and stuff, come on.
Give you the book. Let him
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it,
yeah,
sir,
yeah.
and you tell me if that's
No.
not a
So
titty book.
the
Jude.
the art does tell the story.
Tell me if this is a titty
The
book.
art does
Flip
tell
through
the
it.
story. It's a quick read. It starts out fun.
Okay, here's a question: would a female reader feel appreciative by reading this book?
It's really
Well, the character is not, you know, presented seemingly like a...
violent.
Yeah.
She's strong. She's strong.
What?
She's strong.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't judge me.
Fucking
She's
strokey over here.
She's strong.
Yeah.
She knows how to fight. She can take care of herself.
Yeah,
You say he's strong?
Yeah.
I look at this like a Wonder Woman type
She's,
book.
no, she's
Yeah.
way more.
So you don't think it's like a titty
It's not
book? You don't think it's
cheesy,
a... Okay, are we thinking if it's exploitive?
It's not exploited.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
okay.
But I can't see where
That's
you're
what a
coming
Spartan
It's
would
not
have
like a
worn.
Valkyrie
from.
book
I
or
can see
nothing
where
like
you're
that.
coming from, where they will do titty covers of this.
Yeah,
That I
yeah.
can see.
They're gonna have
It's
a variant
Merc.
cover.
A lot of theirs are titty covers on
Okay,
it.
but that's what a Spartan would have worn.
I'd say she probably would have worn less.
Yeah.
Uh,
You see her boobs once. And
You
it
know,
bought-
let me tell you, you could take this story and replace it with Wonder Woman. It'd be like a Wonder Woman book.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
did it
like,
with Wonder
yeah.
Woman, that'd be fucking cool.
No,
when
because
you
she would
consider
try to
Red
like
Sonja,
find
book-
peace, and then like, you know, and I shouldn't show my armor, and then
I haven't read much of it, but
But Red Son is like a female Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this was way cooler than
Yeah.
that.
all right. So out of
I like
five,
Dating Spartan. I thought that was a 5 out of 5. I enjoyed it.
it's the concussion pick of the week.
I'm biased towards Spartan.
I'm going with my pick of the week for Past the Last Mountain,
Mm.
but right behind it, I gotta get it for Two Born in Blood.
Yeah.
I give it a 3 out of 5. Quick read. If you just want to see, you know, a titty book.
I hate you. It's not a titty book.
With one nipple.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
2 nipples, actually. There was 2 nipples inside the shirt.
Yeah, not a titty book, but he's cutting the nipples.
Yeah,
Anyway,
No,
yeah.
I read the book plenty of times.
Volume does not help
Right? You
argument.
fell into my trap.
I know you did.
Yes.
Just put your
All right, so that's all the books.
Come on, you didn't do a rolling.
What? No, I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance to read anything. Why, did you read it?
Yeah, hold on.
I didn't read it, but I went through it. It looks exciting.
No, fuck that. Let's go. Let's go on a high note. Let's go on a high note.
Lemonade is the key of the week. It is
What?
the key of the week.
Well, for Down Syndrome Monthly, fuck yeah. Like it's probably
Down lemonade.
it is.
No
No.
lemonade. No key.
Not a key. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Like and send the stuff out and tell people. Because like that, John will finally, you know, be able to fucking handle the controls himself. We need all the help we can get. Will you stop fucking with the music, please? Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back Tuesday with new comics. Hopefully everything will be fine for all you guys on the West Coast with the hurricanes and all that stuff. Sucks to hear. Watch Fabian. He has a new Pizza and Comics episode 2 up, featuring Leo and myself and Anthony and everybody from the shop, talking about comics and eating pizza. Like and subscribe, share, and thank you.